In the heart of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where quaint streets wind like veins through the city, lies an old, dilapidated mansion, hidden amidst the trees like a forgotten secret. Once a grand estate belonging to the affluent VanderBurg family, the mansion now stands as a decrepit monument to the horrors that unfolded within its walls. Generations ago, the VanderBurgs were esteemed members of Lancaster's elite society, their wealth and influence casting a long shadow over the city. But behind their facade of opulence lay a darkness that seeped into the very foundation of their home. Rumors whispered through the streets of Lancaster spoke of unspeakable rituals performed by the VanderBurgs under the cover of night, rituals that tapped into the forbidden realms of the occult. Whispers of sacrifices made to entities older than time itself echoed through the city, sending shivers down the spines of those who dared to speak of them. As the years passed, the VanderBurgs faded into obscurity, their name becoming nothing more than a cautionary tale whispered to misbehaving children. But the mansion remained, its crumbling facade serving as a haunting reminder of the evil that once resided within. Despite the warnings of locals, thrill seekers, and curiosity seekers alike are drawn to the mansion like moths to a flame, unable to resist the allure of its dark history. Many have ventured inside, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls as they search for remnants of the VanderBurgs' twisted legacy. But those who enter the mansion soon realize that they are not alone. Shadows lurk in every corner, whispers echo through the halls, and the air is heavy with the scent of decay. It soon becomes clear that the spirits of the VanderBurgs have not departed this world, their malevolent presence lingering like a curse upon the land. Those who dare to stay within the mansion for too long find themselves ensnared in a nightmare from which there is no escape. Rooms twist and turn, becoming mazes of madness where reality itself seems to warp and bend. Time loses all meaning within the mansion's walls, leaving those trapped within its grasp to wander for eternity. And so, the mansion stands as a monument to the darkness that lurks within us all, a testament to the horrors that can be unleashed when the boundaries between this world and the next are crossed. In Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the VanderBurg Mansion serves as a grim reminder that some secrets are best left undisturbed, lest they awaken something far more sinister than we could ever imagine. And as the moon casts its eerie glow upon the mansion, casting long shadows that dance like specters across the overgrown lawn, a sense of dread settles over Lancaster like a suffocating fog. Locals speak in hushed tones of the mansion's cursed history, warning outsiders to steer clear of its crumbling walls. But for some, the allure of the unknown is too strong to resist. Groups of thrill seekers gather on moonless nights, their voices tinged with excitement as they prepare to venture into the darkness. Armed with flashlights and cameras, they brave the overgrown path that leads to the mansion's imposing entrance, each step bringing them closer to the heart of the nightmare. As they cross the threshold into the mansion's depths, a chill wind sweeps through the halls, extinguishing their flashlights and plunging them into darkness. Panic sets in as they fumble for their lights, their heartbeats echoing like drums in the silence. But it is not just the darkness that they must fear. From the shadows, unseen hands reach out to grasp at their flesh, icy fingers leaving trails of frost in their wake. Whispers fill the air, urging them to turn back before it's too late, but still they press on, driven by a morbid curiosity that borders on madness. Room by room, they explore the mansion's twisted corridors, each step taking them deeper into the abyss. But with every passing moment, the boundaries between reality and nightmare blur, leaving them lost in a labyrinth of terror. And then, just when they think they can bear no more, they come face to face with the true horror that lurks within the mansion's walls. A presence, ancient and malevolent, manifests before them, its form twisting and shifting like smoke in the wind. With a guttural roar that shakes the very foundations of the mansion, the entity lashes out, its tendrils of darkness snaking through the air like serpents. Desperate screams fill the halls as the thrill-seekers are ensnared in its grasp, their bodies contorted and twisted beyond recognition. And as the last echoes of their cries fade into the night, the mansion falls silent once more, its secrets buried deep within its rotting walls. In Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the VanderBurg Mansion stands as a grim reminder of the horrors that lie hidden in the darkness, waiting to claim those who dare to seek them out. Years pass, but the VanderBurg Mansion remains unchanged, a cursed monument to the terrors that lurk within. Despite efforts to demolish the decaying structure and erase its dark legacy from the city, the mansion defies all attempts to destroy it, as if protected by some malevolent force. But the horror of the VanderBurg Mansion does not remain confined within its walls. Strange occurrences plague the surrounding area, with reports of unexplained disappearances and sightings of shadowy figures lurking in the night. Whispers spread through Lancaster like wildfire, tales of restless spirits wandering the streets in search of vengeance. Some claim to have seen the ghostly apparitions of the VanderBurg family, their faces twisted in agony as they relive their final moments again and again. Others speak of a more sinister presence, a malevolent force that stalks the night, preying on the unsuspecting souls who dare to venture too close to the mansion's cursed grounds. Those who cross its path are never seen again, their fates forever entwined with the darkness that haunts the city. But amidst the fear and despair that grips Lancaster, there are those who refuse to surrender to the darkness. Brave souls, determined to uncover the truth behind the mansion's curse, embark on perilous quests to unravel the mysteries that lie hidden within its walls. Armed with knowledge passed down through generations, they delve into the darkest corners of the city, piecing together fragments of the past in search of answers. But the closer they come to uncovering the truth, the more dangerous their journey becomes, as forces beyond their comprehension conspire to keep the secrets of the VanderBurg Mansion buried forever. And so, the horror of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, continues to unfold, a never-ending nightmare that stretches across the ages. In the shadow of the VanderBurg Mansion, the city's darkest secrets lie waiting to be discovered, their whispered truths echoing through the halls of eternity. As the years pass, the sinister influence of the VanderBurg Mansion seeps deeper into the fabric of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Strange phenomena become increasingly common, with residents reporting inexplicable occurrences that defy rational explanation. Whispers of the mansion's curse spread like wildfire, infecting the minds of those who dare to dwell too long on its dark history. Families who have lived in Lancaster for generations find themselves haunted by nightmares of the VanderBurgs, their sleep disturbed by visions of unspeakable horrors that lurk just beyond the edge of consciousness. But it is not just the living who suffer beneath the mansion's shadow. In the dead of night, the restless spirits of those who perished within its walls roam the streets, their anguished cries echoing through the darkness. Some say they are trapped in a perpetual state of torment, unable to find peace until the curse that binds them is broken. As fear tightens its grip on the city, a sense of desperation takes hold, driving some to seek out forbidden knowledge in their quest for salvation. Occult texts and ancient rituals are unearthed from dusty tomes, their secrets whispered in hushed tones as desperate souls cling to any shred of hope that might offer them reprieve from the horrors that surround them. But with each step closer to the truth, the darkness grows stronger, its tendrils reaching out to ensnare all who dare to defy it. Those who dare to challenge the curse of the VanderBurg Mansion soon find themselves facing unimaginable horrors, their sanity hanging by a thread as they confront the true nature of the evil that lurks within. And so, the city of Lancaster remains trapped in a never-ending nightmare, its streets shrouded in darkness as the curse of the VanderBurg Mansion continues to claim the souls of all who dare to venture too close. In the heart of Pennsylvania, the legacy of the VanderBurgs lives on, a testament to the enduring power of fear and the darkness that lies dormant within us all. The curse of the VanderBurg Mansion tightens its grip on Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Despair becomes the prevailing emotion that saturates the air. The once vibrant city streets now echo with the hollow sounds of suffering and resignation. Hope is a distant memory, a cruel illusion shattered by the relentless onslaught of horror that engulfs the city. Families cower in their homes, their windows shuttered against the encroaching darkness, but even the safety of their own walls offers little solace. Shadows twist and writhe in the corners, whispering promises of unspeakable torment to those who dare to close their eyes. Children are born into this world already tainted by the curse, their innocent laughter drowned out by the anguished wails of the damned. Their playgrounds are littered with the remnants of forgotten toys, discarded in the wake of a terror that knows no bounds. Those who once sought to uncover the truth behind the curse now find themselves consumed by it, their minds twisted and warped by the horrors they have witnessed. They wander the streets like lost souls, their eyes vacant and hollow, their screams lost in the cacophony of despair that fills the air. And still, the VanderBurg Mansion stands as a monument to the darkness that has consumed the city, its crumbling walls a testament to the futility of resistance. No force in heaven or hell can break the curse that holds Lancaster in its icy grip, for it is not merely a curse of flesh and blood, but of the very soul itself. And so, the people of Lancaster resign themselves to their fate, their existence a never-ending cycle of suffering and torment. In the heart of Pennsylvania, the VanderBurg Mansion reigns supreme, a beacon of despair in a world devoid of hope. The streets of Lancaster become a twisted labyrinth of terror, where every shadow hides a lurking horror and every whisper carries the promise of doom. The once bustling city now lies silent, save for the occasional cry of anguish that pierces the darkness like a knife. Those who still cling to life do so with trembling hands and shattered spirits, their minds fractured by the relentless onslaught of nightmares that plague their every waking moment. Sleep offers no respite, for in the realm of dreams, the horrors of the VanderBurg Mansion come to life in vivid detail, tormenting their victims with visions of unspeakable agony. But even death offers no escape from the curse that grips Lancaster in its icy embrace. The graveyards are filled with restless spirits, their anguished moans echoing through the night as they wander the earth in search of release from their eternal torment. And yet, amid the despair and suffering that suffuses the city, there are those who refuse to surrender to the darkness. They gather in secret, whispering tales of rebellion and resistance, their voices a faint spark of defiance in the vast sea of despair. But their efforts are in vain, for the curse of the VanderBurg Mansion is as relentless as it is insidious. With each passing day, its grip tightens, crushing the last vestiges of hope from the hearts of those who dare to defy it. And so, the city of Lancaster remains trapped in a nightmarish existence, its once vibrant streets now haunted by the specter of death and despair. In the heart of Pennsylvania, the VanderBurg Mansion stands as a grim reminder of the horrors that lurk within the human soul, a monument to the darkness that lies dormant within us all. Where the shadows coil like serpents and the air is thick with the stench of decay, a new horror begins to stir. Whispers spread through the city like wildfire, tales of a malevolent presence that prowls the streets in search of fresh souls to devour. Those who dare to venture out into the night are never seen again, their disappearances marked only by the faintest traces of bloodstains and torn clothing. Rumors speak of a creature born from the depths of the VanderBurg Mansion, a monstrous abomination that feeds on the fear and despair of the living. As the death toll rises, panic grips the city like a vice, its inhabitants paralyzed with terror at the thought of what lurks in the darkness. Families huddle together in their homes, their windows boarded up and their doors barricaded against the encroaching horror. But even the safety of their own homes offers little protection from the nightmare that stalks the streets. With each passing night, the creature grows bolder, its monstrous form looming ever closer to the threshold of their sanctuaries. And then, one by one, the defenses crumble, and the creature descends upon its prey with a savage hunger that knows no bounds. Screams pierce the night as the streets run red with blood, the city's once vibrant heart now a graveyard of broken dreams and shattered lives. In the heart of Lancaster, the darkness reigns supreme, its tendrils reaching out to ensnare all who dare to defy it. The VanderBurg Mansion stands as a twisted monument to the horrors that lurk within the human soul, a beacon of despair in a world devoid of hope. And as the last echoes of agony fade into the night, the city of Lancaster falls silent, its streets now haunted by the echoes of the dead. In the darkness, the curse of the VanderBurg Mansion lives on, a malignant force that will continue to torment the city for eternity. In the aftermath of the relentless horrors that have consumed Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the city lies in ruins, a mere shell of its former self. Streets once bustling with life now lay desolate, their cobblestones cracked and overrun with weeds. Buildings that once stood as proud monuments to human achievement now stand as crumbling tombs, their windows shattered and their walls adorned with graffiti that speaks of despair and madness. The once vibrant community that called Lancaster home has been decimated, its population scattered like leaves in the wind, their voices silenced by the relentless onslaught of darkness that engulfed their city. Those who remain are but ghosts of their former selves, their eyes haunted by the memories of the horrors they have witnessed. In the heart of the city, the VanderBurg Mansion stands as a grim reminder of the devastation that has befallen Lancaster. Its once imposing facade now lies in ruins, its walls cracked and weathered by the passage of time. But even in its decrepit state, the mansion exudes an aura of malevolence, as if the darkness that once dwelled within its walls still lingers, waiting to claim its next victim. The streets are silent save for the mournful howling of the wind, which echoes through the empty corridors like a lament for the lives that have been lost. Nature has begun to reclaim the city, its tendrils creeping through the cracks in the pavement and reclaiming the land that was stolen from it so long ago. And yet, amidst the desolation and despair, there are whispers of hope, faint echoes of a time when Lancaster was a city filled with life and promise. Some say that the curse that has plagued the city for so long has finally been broken, its hold over the land weakened by the sacrifices of those who dared to defy it. But others are not so sure, for they know that the darkness that lurks within the human heart is a force more powerful than any curse. And so, they watch and wait, their eyes fixed on the horizon, praying for a dawn that may never come. In the dead city of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the echoes of the past linger like a curse, a reminder of the horrors that lie in wait for those who dare to venture too close to the edge of darkness. And as the shadows lengthen and the night falls once more, the city holds its breath, waiting for the next chapter in its tragic tale to unfold. As the sun sets on the shattered remnants of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, a somber silence descends upon the city, shrouding it in a cloak of melancholy and despair. The once bustling streets now lie empty, their echoes of laughter and joy replaced by the mournful whispers of the wind. In the heart of the city, the VanderBurg Mansion stands as a silent sentinel, its crumbling walls a testament to the horrors that have plagued Lancaster for so long. But even in its decay, there is a sense of finality, as if the darkness that once dwelled within its halls has finally been laid to rest.